What's going on, gamers? So it's been a few days since I checked on this video. I haven't even watched it, to be honest with you. But we see here that the Xbox Game Pass price hike video is now at negative 43. It's at 43,000 downvotes, one of the most downvoted Xbox videos in history. So we see this is not working very well for Microsoft. It's not just an opinion. Literally 80% of even the Xbox community itself, on top of the majority of PC players, and then, of course, the people outside of that, are nuking them. The only people that are backing them up are the Xbox cucks and massive sellouts. And then some people trapped in positions, I understand. But you know me, I'm smashing down and going against that as I said I would. There's no reasoning with me on this because it's like anything else was like, here's why Game Pass is still a good deal. But shut up. It's a loser. That's all I see with those people. This guy says, cancel subscription. That's how I play now. That stuff is funny to me. Nobody can kill Xbox better than Microsoft themselves. And Xbox, you're showing your Microsoft now, as I just saw a comment on Alex's video, which I thought was funny. I don't remember my feedback being raised in price by 15%. These are some great comments right here. We have to do this. And then we got some stuff to look at to what Alex just said. We've listened to your feedback. It's probably the most outrageous gaslighting I've ever heard. You know it's going to be bad when they say, we've listened to your feedback. Changing the name from standard to premium is some crazy Black Mirror episodes. Oh man, that's great right there. Game Pass was the only thing keeping this brand on life support. You just killed it, LMAO. Just went flatline. When I woke up today too, I was like, man, why am I hearing this thing when I'm thinking about Xbox? The flatline in the hospital. It's like, oh, okay, I see why that happened. Satya really did pull the plug on the Matrix. I was just like, not anymore. I'm tired of taking those licks. Not happening. This is you guys did this. This ain't my gaming world. This is y'all's. Now it's my time. So deal with that. Yeah, let me go ahead and add to that because trash. Going over to the 10th potato, he says this, I will stand by this. Xbox as a brand won't exist in a decade, and today is the last straw. Their next-gen consoles are most likely going to sell worse than the Series XS and will be their last ever console. It's going to sell significantly worse. Are you kidding me? It's not going to be close. Going over to Alex's video now, Xbox and Steam have a price problem. Let's go ahead and continue here. He has some interesting insights that I think should be highlighted. One that I wanted to highlight is Microsoft's stock has tanked. Will it move around? Sure, but obviously that is another sign that it's not good. Shareholders are pissed, and yeah, I mean, it's time to wake up and reverse the price. But will these Mars do it? No, because that's not what they're about, and they can get away with it. Let's go.
Behind every tweet
We're gonna
Xbox
keep trying
makes,
though.
and even then the stock of Microsoft, really didn't go too well. Even though it is on a bounce back, that dip is not looking good for any investor overall. I don't understand what Xbox is in fact doing. And the crazier part is watching actual clowns on the internet decide to take victory laps, thinking that they knew about everything the entire time and how unsustainable this all was, even though on their own part, they've been going around and having to pay more for their own services after multiple price hikes, and even paying more for their own consoles after multiple price hikes. What's that saying about glass houses? Yeah, don't throw that stone. But the thing is, we're not.
Yeah, no, man. Alex is right though. Like even for the Pro, my friend helped me. He pitched in a bit, and I got my PS5 for $330, and then I paid $380 for it. Other than that, no, because and I'm loving the Pro. You know what I mean? I think right now is the best shift for PlayStation to PlayStation 5 or to PC, depending on what the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? As far as like, yeah, Microsoft's kind of screwing over the thing. GTA 6, I've heard it. I had all these discussions that I used to get all the time. I get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's no way around this. Even though I have the Pro and I'm loving Ghost of Yotei, I still will not change my mind. You know what I mean? I say the same thing. I don't change my stance. It's just for a game where I'm not missing out on games, and there was an opportunity for a deal, and I took that opportunity, and it happened to open up the door right when all this nonsense was going on. Could I have been fine with my PS5 base? Sure, but I'm thinking about my channel, my investment, GTA, all that. You know what I mean? It's a good investment, and I didn't get ripped off, and I screwed over GameStop. That sounds like a win. Screw GameStop. Screw Sony and their overpriced effing console, though the ROG Ally is the worst. But at the end of the day, yeah, all of it is just whatever, though. You know what I mean? Though I'm not leaving PlayStation, but hey, like I said, you can still criticize something and support it. And then there's things where it gets so bad, I don't want to support you at all.
Not talking about them, we're talking about what Xbox has done specifically.
Yeah.
Watching other people go through and say, you know what, I'm basically done with the console space, and basically even deciding to move directly into PC gaming. And maybe that's exactly what Xbox wants, but I feel like that may not even be the case, because
I agree with Alex because one, it's like I said before. So your way of coming into PC is to tell me now that if I want to play a Steam game, I have to pull up your stupid app. To charge $80 for Outer Worlds and damage your reputation when you're trying to be a publisher for the first time, then revert back and then say that you want to jack the price up on Game Pass on PC. And then you're going to make more over expensive products and then make PC devices like handhelds that are $600. Everything you're doing when you're coming into PC, because Windows Store was already dumpster, is showing that you consistently show that no matter where you go after you've lost, you just make things worse and you do not know what you are doing. So whoever is doing this, and you know who I'm talking about, I think you should just leave gaming alone, period. And just be like, you know what? Yeah, if I don't know what I'm doing, like Kotek said, step the hell out.
because Xbox themselves are incredibly tone deaf. And the problem in the gaming industry isn't the fact that companies are making money, it's the fact that they're not making enough money. And the real problem is the pricing structure that's happening right now. People saying the most ridiculous things like, oh, it's inflation. That's the reason why Xbox increased the price. And then when they say something stupid on Twitter, they go ahead and lock their account. Real smart, real good. You could have just taken the L. Like, oh, it's...
I never got to see this. Hold on. People are mad at this. Cancel it. So that was your first reply, which was a dehumanizing, desensitized reply. It just seems like, oh, I'm so tired of hearing y'all complain about corporate greed. Please just cancel it. Yeah, cancel it. Well, I mean, yes, if you can afford it. Oh, no, 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 we're not playing this game. We're not playing this game. I wonder why he protected his, oh my God. You know what this guy reminds me of, Alex and y'all? Do you know what this scumbag, this loser reminds me of, y'all? Those people who post something just like the people who were promoting that far left garbage, and then when they get exposed and caught, they hide their tweets because they're morons that should have never posted that. Then they show how guilty they are. Then they get so butthurt because there's too much up there now because they're massively butthurt, and they run to Blue Sky. No, my posts are protected. I'm so safe. No, you're exposed. Go ahead and play it. Exposed. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Let's play it. You know what I mean? That's what that means. Run to Blue Sky. Go ahead and play exposed again. You see what I mean? Why are you protecting your tweets after saying something remedial? You see this type of behavior? And this is not new behavior. This is a pattern. It is. You've seen it numerous times, and it never ceases to amaze me that when that pattern has happened in front of so many people and they've seen it, they still do it. Almost as like, is this like some zombie show at this point? Like, you've seen other people do that. Why did you do that? Because you know what that means if you do that, but they still do it anyways. And it's kind of a bit strange if you get what I mean.
It's inflation. That's the reason why Xbox increased the price. And then when they say something stupid on Twitter, they go ahead and...
But this, hold on, I didn't even get to finish. Sorry, I got so caught up on that. But the thing to be mad about is inflation. Remember, no matter what, when you went to the bank back then and went to the bank now, it doesn't change. Inflation has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with them using something else again to charge you more money and create an artificial problem for people that are dumb enough like Falcon to believe it. And they get in their feelings and go protect their tweets. Which, yes, is less satisfying to be angry about. But if you want to stop this garbage, that's the starting point. Yeah, no wonder why. Yeah, what a moron.
Lock their account. Real smart, real good. You could have just taken the L and been fine with it and realized that inflation has nothing to do with actual corporate greed. Then we want to talk about, tariffs. Ah, yes, I bet tariffs were the cause of digital ones and zeros as the reason why they had to increase the price of Game Pass by 50%. All of these things are tertiary. In fact, they're excuses for what the gaming industry is using to nickel and dime you on a consistent basis. And the biggest problem is the amount of tone-deaf behavior that Xbox is actually portraying. Because one of the biggest nerfs that we've seen with Game Pass and the recent changes was in fact for their points structure. You see, Microsoft Reward Points was a big thing. Keyword in the was, because you were actually able to go through and earn enough points every single month to basically pay for Game Pass. You can go through, use Microsoft services, use Bing Search if you wanted to, play games on your Xbox, pay for games as well, and then earn points that way, and then earn enough points every single month to go through and use that to basically supplement Game Pass itself. Xbox and Microsoft made a ton of money off of that, even though they weren't getting anything physically, because they sell your data. Everybody does it. Everybody knows they do it. That's what they do. They take your data and then they sell it and then they make money that way. So
true. It's all about gathering as much data as possible, and it's been that way for quite some time. Alex is telling you straight up. They spy on you. They break it. Yeah, you're not hiding for their AIs. Even with a VPN, no, they see it. Trust me, I know. Let's keep continuing, though.
Clearly, they have to make more money either way. And it turns out that they nerfed the ability to do that. You can no longer get Game Pass through Microsoft reward points. What you can get, though, however, are gift cards. And you see, I'll show you exactly what I was doing with Microsoft reward points. I was earning a little bit over 8,000 points a month. And I was actually able to buy PC Game Pass for free by simply playing games and having the Xbox app open in the background and then supplement Xbox Game Pass. The problem is, though, because of this change, here's how many points it takes now. You see, PC Game Pass isn't the low price of what, $11.99 like it used to be. Now it's $16.49. The problem is, though, you cannot get a gift card for $16.49. You can't even get a $20 gift card. You can only get 10 or 25. And even right now with my level 2 discount, it is 9,500 points. And by doing the math, I would basically have to do 7,000 points for 2 months in order to buy one $10 gift card. And then I'm still short $6.49. So basically I would have to do 4 months of pretty much slave labor work in order to actually get Game Pass for PC for one whole month.
That's not worth it. That's like Microsoft trying to take your time away from you for something that's not worth it. But you'd be better off buying a game and spending more time, even working overtime for one night. And you see what I'm saying? It's better that way. That time, energy investment is not worth it unless you're only in the Xbox world. And even then, they're kind of telling you a lot. You know what I mean? You're just seeing the mask fully come off, like I was trying to tell people. And I'm so glad seeing Alex make content against it. See Frit make content against it. I love it because it's not up against Xbox brand or against the Xbox brand that we cared about. It's against those that are destroying the Xbox brand. I mean, I've never seen so many people cry. Some of these comments I'm getting into, I'm like, yeah, you know how long I backed you up? Shut your punk ass up. Yeah, like, so I don't want to hear that. And that's the thing. Like, I'm just going to have to say it, y'all. I've slammed some of those PlayStation fanboys since like last September for the longest, since the Concord canceled. Some of them still come to my page and they've stood their ground. And you know how much I've slammed Sony and criticized. They stood their ground. Some of you Xbox fanboys, you ain't even close to them. Them ponies is way stronger than you. They took it, man. And I ended up becoming cool with certain people too who don't even see it as a pony, because to me a pony is just, like I said, you did that toxic fanboy, not just a regular PlayStation game, but it probably could be cool just like any one of us. I mean, because it doesn't matter which side. There's cool people and all, but my thing is, I have to say though, man, y'all are just being too weak right now, man. The ponies are still flexing on you. You better get stronger.
To go through and completely nerf another way of a user to go around and actually get the service that is the only thing making it viable in the first place truly is a ridiculous thing. And on top of that, the fact that PC Game Pass is $16.49 and not $30 basically shows one thing and one thing only. They are screwing over every single customer they possibly can. That simply tells me that the console versions of Game Pass could afford to be that price of $16.49 and still get all the perks and benefits, because that's what you get on the PC side as well.
Yeah, that's good logic. He's right. Everything they're doing, like I said, they're dumping on the console. Now, you guys have been seeing what I've been saying. I never thought about what he was just saying when it comes to that, because I've been thinking about other subjects. But yeah, they're dumping on the console. Touch this.
None of this makes any sense whatsoever for Xbox, and what they're basically doing is trying to go ahead and nickel and dime every single person they possibly can to make as much profit as they possibly can. And people are in fact absolutely getting sick of it. Here's what Brad Sams on Twitter had to say. Probably the first time I have considered actually downgrading or moving to PC for next gen. The new benefits have zero value to me personally. The premium tier has little value, so maybe just essential, and getting rid of Ultimate. The games I will play the most this year are COD, first half, and now Helldivers and Battlefield 6, neither of which are part of Game Pass. And honestly, I've been inundated with people asking me, Alex, what kind of PC can I get for this amount of money? What kind of build should I get for this? What do you recommend for anything along this space? I have seen that consistently over the past 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah. I'll let Alex have it. Dude, even in that laptop, bro, that 5070 laptop that Jensen announced for 1300 or 1400 with DLSS 4, it's smoking anything they're even trying. I'm not joking with an off-screen monitor. Just in general, like the investment into a PC for making content, all like it's no competition when we were talking about that. Even that now with the 5070, it's no competition. Like some of these handhelds, I'm saying like, oh, how this laptop that Jensen announced, the 5070 with DLSS 4, is going to absolutely abolish it. Did you hear me? Absolutely abolish it. So you'd be better off just even going for that pre-made and be fine at Best Buy paying a monthly fee. Just saying, if you didn't want to build a desktop. So that's probably the best way to go. But I'm just saying that's another alternative. Because that comes with its own monitor, and then you got the off-screen monitor. You see what I mean? So I just think now, yeah, when stuff starts getting that expensive, that is the clear route at that point.
Because clearly the space right now that we are in, where at PC Gaming has a cheaper entry for Game Pass in the first place, gets all the benefits, doesn't have to pay for online, and also has access to Steam as well, even though there are problems with Steam right now, which we will talk about in just a moment. The thing is, though, there is a massive pricing problem in the gaming industry, and the industry themselves don't want to correct it because they clearly only want to see that line go up on a consistent basis. Hell, even Jez Corden on Twitter said this: genuinely didn't expect to ever unsubscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. Today, Microsoft says it's not for me. That's fine if that's what they want. Do they have data that people will stick at $30 a month with the new model? I guess we'll see. I'm seriously not optimistic, but I rarely am. And seeing people like Jez Corden, who are giving Microsoft very hard-earned money every single month, drop down to a far lower tier in order to give less money as well, is not going to be something that looks good on the balance sheet at the end of the day. And what I feel like is actually going to be happening, though, is people that are still in that ecosystem and don't really care about how much money they spend every single month are going to go through and they're going to get squeezed out of every penny they possibly can. Remember, Microsoft is the same company that was also right behind Nintendo for $80 games until the backlash hit them and they pulled that back down to $70. But
Yeah, exactly. Because they wanted to do that. That's why I told people, don't blame Nintendo. Now you see the mask is off. Like I said, that's them. They're far worse. You see, I was trying to tell people around that time, but they didn't listen to me. But it happens sometimes. You know, sometimes corporations get the best of you with their greed, and people are just so into the brands that it happens. But I'm glad people now are seeing the full spectrum. Like I said, man, I'm not attacking them because I'm telling you that stuff is hypocritical. And now you see how much worse it is now. But if Nintendo jacks that price up, oh yeah, I might get red on the video because, like I said, they shouldn't do that. They don't need to do that. But here we go again. Here's some examples of people that love Xbox that are unsubscribing, and it's just getting that bad. So Microsoft has become the villain of the year in the past month and a half or two, just out of nowhere, man. Remember when we thought Sony was where they're at? Man, Microsoft just said, nope, let me show you how to do it. And hell did they do it. Good Lord. Not like we wanted that, man. As an Xbox gamer that's been there since the original OG days, yeah, it still annoys the shit out of me, but what are you going to do about it when you see the corporation stumping a gaming brand that you cared about that no longer really exists and is barely hanging in there, and they're just sitting in the back with the AI? I mean, yeah, it's annoying. So you're going to see me going at Microsoft. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all don't like this, and I know I've seen people leave and new people join, and it's been a tug of war big time. Yeah. But guess what, though? That's just life. The autumn leaves are falling. Peace out, y'all. Have a great day.